Hey, it's your book hound coming at you with another title we want to howl about. If you like what you see here, I hope you'll hit subscribe. We got lots of cool reviews and special offers and stuff coming at you all the time. So stay with us and enjoy. So today we're going to talk about Killing Moon, a Harry Hole novel by Jo NesbØ. Now, I may not be pronouncing that correctly, but NesbØ is a famous best-selling Norwegian author. The Harry Hole is one of his characters. It's an ongoing series, and this falls into a subgenre that I'm starting to read more, which is the Scandinavian police procedural thriller, which is a very dark type of book. It's the kind of book where every character was married to a serial killer who killed their mother, and now they're dating another serial killer, but they hope that he's a better serial killer. And the good guys, in this case the cops, are all a bunch of backstabbing alcoholic assholes. And it's just like there is not a lot of positivity in the book, and I'm a stupid American, so I need that. So maybe I just wasn't the right person to read this book. And I will also say that the book has this huge black dot on the middle, like it's the book cover, like there's like this black dot, and it's like the book is kind of a black hole. I mean, it's 500 pages long, and there's a lot going on there. And the author, even in the middle of the book, references this where a character feels like he doesn't want to do something, but he feels like he has to, and he goes, it was like he was like a person who was reading a long book he didn't like, but he felt he had to finish it. I just felt like this guy's winking at us, like he knows this book is just a huge time sink, but you're into it, so you want to stop, don't want to stop. Now, maybe I'm being unfair. I mean, the guy is a huge best-selling author, so there's something going on here for the audience, but maybe not for me. But anyway, just to get to the book itself, the book is about Harry Hole. Harry Hole is at the beginning of the book, we meet him. He's a Norwegian former police detective who obviously has some terrible tragedy and scandal in his backstory, and he's in Los Angeles where he is trying to drink himself to death. He's at a bar. We found him at a bar. His credit card is tapped out, and he takes this as a signal that his life should now end. He should just drink himself completely to death. There's nothing left for him in the world. So that's your introduction to this bright ray of sunshine of a character. And he, at this bar, and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. He's drinking as soon as the bar opens up, and there's a woman at the bar who's also a regular, another alcoholic, who starts drinking in the morning every day, like he does, and they start talking, and she's an actress, you know, who once had some fame but now doesn't, and she's tried to get a movie made about so she could star in it, and she's ended up in debt to the mafia for almost $1 million, and they're coming after her. And Harry Hole, for no particular reason except maybe some sense of chivalry, defends her from these loan sharks and gets himself into a lot of trouble. They're threatening to kill this woman if she can't pay up, and so he has been offered a job which he originally declined. So just back up for 1 second. In Oslo, there's been a double murder, or two murders that are related, of young women murdered in a very gruesome way. And the suspect is a character named Roed, who is a very wealthy real estate playboy man in his 60s, who's just like notoriously, dirty and horrible and womanizing, and he's the number one suspect, but they can't quite pin it on him. But he wants to hire Harry Hole, who's now unemployed, to look into it and clear his name. So Harry Hole says, if you will pay $1 million so that this basically sort of pay off this woman's debt, I'll do this job. So he flies back to Oslo, tries to stop drinking, moderate his drinking, which is semi-successful, and starts to work investigating this double murder. Now, this is very displeasing to the actual police, who hate him for whatever reason. There's a lot of bad blood there, except for one detective named Katrine, who has like a long, tortured, tragic, guilt-stricken relationship with Harry. Like, there is no other kind of relationship in a book like this. Everyone is like, wants to kill somebody because they slept with your mother and whatever. Like it's just, there's nothing like positive going on. But she believes in Harry as an investigator, so she's kind of secretly propping him up. And he does make progress. He assembles this like motley team of losers, like a cop who's on suspension for stealing drugs and a drug dealer turned taxi driver, and they're being advised by a police psychologist who's on the verge of death from cancer, and they're going to get to the bottom of this, and somehow they do through 500 pages. And it's this is what I have to say about it. I just felt this is not my kind of book. And I also felt that there was something lost in translation. This is a translation, obviously, from Norwegian. And, it's a huge job to translate a 500-page book and stay faithful to the characters and the style and everything. So this person has done a good job, but just it somehow didn't click with me. And maybe it's because I just don't really love the whole dark Scandinavian mindset. But what I will say is it's a very skillfully laid out mystery. I mean, you cannot deny NesbØ that he is a talented mystery writer, and he keeps it going. And the ending is also surprising because he's in parallel to the whole investigation. You see the killer at work, and his identity is not unknown, and you feel like he's one of the characters you've already met. So there's that kind of intrigue going on in the book. You're trying to figure it out. So I guess I would say it's a balanced review. Check it out if you like this kind of thing, but if you don't, I would skip it.